You're new here, I'm Amanda Fludd. I help ambitious women untangle the internal patterns that impact how they lead, build, and show up in their work and lives. And in this episode, I want to show you something that a lot of us have experienced, but don't have the words for yet. Because if you've ever worked hard to get somewhere, finally got the thing, the promotion, started the business, left that toxic environment, but you still feel some kind of way. Like you really don't feel that good about it, or it didn't really feel the way that you thought it would. This is for you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, think about this moment, and I want you to actually picture it. Opportunities that coming your way, people are reaching out because you're just dope like that, right? So they're reaching out for new roles, they're calling your names in rooms, sending opportunities. Maybe you're finally ready to apply for something bigger, or you expanded your business, or you stepped into a new level. Maybe you were brave enough to leave an environment that was honestly toxic and step into something healthier. Those things should feel good. It should feel better. You are where you want to be. But what if that's not the case and something still feels the same? The overthinking is the same. The pressure, it's the same, right? You're lying awake at night, running through decisions in your head. That noise is the same. You don't really feel as happy or free as you thought you would, even if on the outside it still looks like everything is going well and everybody's like, oh, this is great, or you should be grateful or wonderful. All of those things are in the atmosphere, but you know how you really feel. Well, girl, what you're feeling isn't your imagination, because the environment may have changed, but the beliefs you carry didn't, and it's showing. We actually see this play out a lot. And I'm actually going to take you back to one of the most well-known leadership moments in scripture. Yes, Jesus girlies, pull up to the front, okay? And we're going to go to the story of Moses leading the people out of Egypt. Think about that moment. The environment changed. The people were no longer enslaved. They were no longer under Pharaoh's direct control, but the mindset of fear and panic that kept them enslaved in the first place didn't disappear overnight. So when they got to the Red Sea and they looked at Moses like, wait a minute, sir, you brought us out of here to die. Take me back. Right? And that matters, okay? That matters because our nervous system doesn't just reset and release because circumstances improve. All right. So we can take you out of a lot of things, honey, but it doesn't mean that your body has caught up to it, that you've caught up to it emotionally, that your thinking space has caught up to it. So if you've spent years being the responsible one, the fixer, the high performer, the one carrying the burden and the weight, your brain learns how to operate from that place. And we can call it survival if we want to. That is your survival mode. So even when things are technically better and your body is in a better place, it doesn't always know that. It is actually still bracing for the next problem, the next moment that someone judges you, the next moment that you feel out of place, the next pressure point where you start wondering, like, do I really belong here? Even if you've worked for the thing, like, I want to be clear, it could be the best thing ever, the best thing since sliced bread, honey. Even if you've orchestrated this whole thing, even if it's one of the biggest blessings of your life, you can change your environment in a moment, but rewiring your beliefs, that takes intention. And here's the piece that most people miss around this. We spend so much time trying to find the right environment, the right room, the right role, the right relationship, and those things matter, but you don't take as much time to assess if you are carrying the right beliefs to your new situation. Beliefs that formed inside the situation you came from and you haven't yet unpacked. Girl, those beliefs will follow you. They travel with you. I call it hidden luggage. Okay, let's go back to Moses. He didn't exactly have time to sit everybody down and say, all right, team, let's unpack the beliefs you formed while serving under Pharaoh before we bring them into this next era. But in real life, that is often the work, what we have to do. It is exactly what you need to do every time you move into something else. Because beliefs about things like responsibility and worth, safety and control, it gets wired deeply into your nervous system, into your way of being. And new situations will simply just create new triggers for those same beliefs if you don't unpack the luggage and understand that you are not under Pharaoh anymore. That's why some of us start new things, get locked into purpose, get all excited about it. We accept promotions, we move into leadership, we sign a lease and move into new offices and new businesses, but we still do the same old things. We work long hours, we take on more than we need to, we stress the details, we self-sabotage the opportunities, we, we lose motivation and flunk out of the blessing. It's because somewhere inside, it still feels like this is what I have to do to be successful here. Your fear or that like worry that you had all those things, or your worry about this new level, it activates what you did before you were afraid. It hasn't caught up to your mind yet that the fear is for the new situation, not for the plans God has in store for you ahead. It's treating both the same. I feel like I need to say that again. So your fear or worry for this new level will activate what you were afraid of before. So I'm worried if I'm going to do well. If that happened to you before, that's going to come up in the same way. How you responded then, you're more than likely to treat it the same now, because your brain has a harder time with the subtle differences of time and what's really happening. It just knows, oh no, something is wrong here, and I need to respond to protect her. I need to respond in a way that helps us to thrive, even if it's not in the most like healthiest of ways, right? So your mind hasn't really caught up yet that the fear that you're experiencing is for the new situation that God has promised you, not the one that he took you out of. As in, you will still, and possibly, probably because you're human, will still have some worry and some fear about the new thing. However, your mind is seeing the old fear and the new fear as the same. And that dynamic is blocking your ability to ask good questions of yourself, like, who do I want to be in this space right now? Who do I need to be? How do I want to show up so this actually works in alignment with the life I said that I wanted, the life that I prayed for, the one I was in hot pursuit of? Do I really need to be afraid? And if I am, because girl, it's okay. I'm not saying don't be afraid. If you are afraid, being able to ask, what do I need to feel safe, to feel whole or like myself again? And I can tell you, whatever comes up in that space, the answer is never to compromise and go back. And if you want to know what you can do, though, you're like, well, girl, what do I do? Because that's me. I'll share one of my favorite approaches with you and my favorite kind of shift. And I'm going to say just 1%. So instead of you being that over ambitious problem solving queen that you are and trying to fix everything this week, just ask yourself one question. What belief might I still be carrying from an old season that doesn't belong in my current one? Just being able to sit with that and notice that positions you to dismantle it more, and know that you can learn to dismantle it and keep going forward at the same time. Pharaoh is not the problem now, girl. It's you. But if you keep working out of that same mentality, you'll end up back in the same situation or succumbs to the same things that you struggled with before. All right. I'm gonna stop hurting your feelings now. So if you hurt yourself in this dynamic and you're just tired of being the one to get in your own way and you're ready to actually heal those things, heal the patterns behind it, you should consider working with me in the executive reset intensives. The intensives, it's such a dope space. I mean, it might not always feel that way because we're really looking at things intensively, but it's really the debrief you needed a long time ago to help you unpack the beliefs that keep showing up no matter how much your environment has changed. And you can learn more about that in the link below. All right, y'all. I'm complete. I'll catch you soon.